All right, in this video, we're going to go over a common customer complaint, which is vibrations when driving. So either at low speed or highway speed. So I've listed all the components that we should target when we get a customer complaint like that. So this is mostly the components I look for whenever I get a customer complaint, either at my work or just privately. All right, so we're going to start with the first one. So they're going to go from most common to least common. All right, so first one, tires. So if tires are worn out unevenly, or they have bumps, so if they're they're jagged on the ends here, meaning a suspension issue, usually a shock absorber or a strut that's failed, then that's going to cause vibrations. These will have vibrations at lower speeds. So and by lower speeds I mean from 40 kilometers per hour all the way up to 60 kilometers per hour. So 40 kilometers per hour all the way to 60, and that's when you'll feel the vibration. So especially on the front wheel, on a front wheel drive car, the front tires are the ones that you need to look at. So any uneven wear or just tires that don't look good in general, so they'll cause that vibration at low speeds. All right, next up we have tires. So we have wheels. So wheels is mostly going to be a balancing issue with the wheels. So these are also going to happen at low speeds at 40 to 60 kilometers per hour. So if you notice that you went to a shop, a tire shop, to get your tires done, and soon after you left, you notice a vibration in the wheel, and vibration when you're driving, then most likely it's improper balancing. So they'll put weights on the edges here. So this is a steel rim, so they'll have hammer-on weights here. And for alloy wheels, they'll have sticky weights like this. It's a strip with just some aluminum weights that they'll stick on. So sometimes that happens when a customer goes into a tire shop, they get their tires done, they go out, they get a vibration, and it's most likely because it was unbalanced properly by the mechanic. So just most of the time, if they just rebalance it, then that's gonna fix the issue. Sometimes the wheels are bent. So if you hit a pothole and say your wheel is like this and then a slight bent to it, okay, any bends or dents in the wheel, it's going to cause a vibration, because these are going to be almost impossible to balance, especially if you ever used a balancing machine. And whenever I put a wheel like that on a balancing machine, it's asking for so much weight just to try to compensate for that dent here. So if your wheels are damaged in any way, then that's going to cause a vibration while driving. It's going to be a pretty violent vibration, especially on the highway. Sometimes you might not feel it during low speeds, but on the highway you're for sure going to feel it. And sometimes I've seen it only once, where the customer had a pretty bad dent in the wheel, and that wheel was in the back, so he didn't really feel he didn't really complain of any vibrations at high speeds. So you could get away with it if you put that wheel in the back, but most of the time you're gonna have to get it addressed sooner than later. All right, next up we have rotors. Okay, so rotors, same thing. So these are going to be a vibration at around 80 kilometers per hour to 100 kilometers per hour. So that's another common complaint, a vibration caused by warped rotors. So warped rotors usually cause a vibration in the brake pedal when you brake, or a vibration in the whole car when you brake, when you do come to a stop. But I've seen it especially on sports cars. I haven't seen it a lot on sedans, like regular sedans, where the rotors are warped so that it causes the whole car to vibrate. So when I worked at Kia, the Stinger had a recall for that, for all 4 rotors needing to be replaced, because the customer complaint would be vibrations at highway speeds, and these would be brand new Kia Stingers, and when they would reach 20,000 kilometers, the complaint would start, and yeah, so it would just be covered under warranty. Replace all the rotors, So mostly on sports cars, just because the rotors are a lot bigger, they have a bigger throw when they rotate. They have a lot of surface areas as well. So yeah, that's going to be a cause for a vibration, especially on the highway. All right, number 4, we have CV axles. So this one is also common. Whenever you get a customer complaint of vibrations while driving. So this one is also going to be at 80 kilometers per hour to 100. That's when you're going to feel it most. All right, depending on how bad it is, you could also feel it at around 60 to 80, but usually it's at that range here at higher speeds. And so usually the joints in, usually the joints in the CV axle are bad, causing a vibration, joints here, but it's mostly the shaft here. It's out of round, and then every time it spins, it's throwing. So the throw is messed up. So that's when you get that vibration, and then easy fix for that is just to replace those CV axles. And another thing I forgot to mention with the wheels is we live in colder climates here, so we would get a lot of customer complaints of vibration while driving, especially after a snowstorm. So if you get a snowstorm, a lot of snow is going to get caught in the wheel. All right, like around the wheel and in the spokes and so on. And then especially if the next day is a really cold day, so the temperature drops by a lot, then all that snow is going to freeze on the wheels. And then when people drive, they're going to get a vibration because it's extra weight on the wheel. And yeah, that's a lot of complaints due to that. Every snowstorm that happens, and then a cold snap, so many customer complaints of I have a vibration, and they would usually just they would book a call or an appointment the same day, just because that's how frequent it was. And it's always scary because for them it's like, oh, I didn't get a vibration before, and then all of a sudden I did. So we just tell them, oh, it's just because of the snow. We usually just remove the snow and the ice that's built up, and then they're good to go. All right, next up, drive shaft. So drive shaft, they have weights from the factory on them to balance out the drive shaft. So especially nowadays, these drive shafts are aluminum and they're hollow. So any dent into them is going to mess up the balance on them, and then it's going to cause a vibration while driving. So these are going to happen at a pretty low speed from 40 to 60 kilometers per hour. These you're going to feel right away, just because, well, depending on the size also, but they're a really big component. So as soon as these are out of balance, then the driver is going to feel it right away, and it's going to vibrate the whole car almost. So and it's going to be really hard to actually get this on the highway, especially if it's completely unbalanced. It's going to be really hard to get it on the highway because the vibration is just going to be more intense. All right, and lastly, we have drums. So these are not too common, but I've seen them a few times. So especially on pickup trucks or large, like those Suburbans, those Chevy Suburbans, where they have drums, and they'll have sticky weights on the top here. Not sticky weights, but they're weights built in from the factory. So some of these, when they fall off, they'll cause a vibration when driving, especially on the highway. And also when these rust out due to rust. I mean, the drums last a really long time. So usually when they start rusting, they chunks start to fall off. And then that's when you'll get an unbalancing issue, and then the vibration is going to happen right after that. So yeah, that's mainly the issue. They last a really long time. So drums, they could last 100 to 200,000 kilometers. So if you're running the original drum on your pickup trucks, so pickup trucks with original drums, or these big Suburbans with the original drums, eventually they just corrode and rust, and then chunks fly off, and then you get that vibration complaint. So all you have to do is just, once again, mostly like with any other component, it's to replace the component, and then it should fix your issue. And then that's going to be the most common components that cause a vibration whenever I get a customer complaint. There's also one more, but it's not really common. It's the flywheel. Oops. I didn't mention it here just because it's not common, but I just thought of it right now. So flywheel that's warped or out of roundness, and it's going to cause a vibration similar to a motor mount that's bad. It's going to cause you're going to feel the engine vibrate a lot, and then it's going to resonate inside the passenger cabins and so on. So but it's something to worth mentioning, but it's really not so common. But most of the time it's going to be tires, wheels, rotors, axles, drive shafts, and then drums. So once you attack these, then you'll quickly fix your issue, and then you could move on with your life. Yeah. All right, so that's going to be it for this short video, guys. Hope you find it helpful. Hope you find it valuable. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.